Yeah, we are
Hey,
on
camera.
And let's talk about what the question of the day today.
Well, today I did want it to be, and we just spoke about it, dumb traditions that we either no longer need or dumb traditions that we continue for we don't know what reason.
We were just talking about standing at attention in the military. I think there's even some people still calling from last segment, but they would be applying to this segment as well. Because Chewy said, look, standing at attention is dumb. We don't need to do it. There's no point in it.
He said the military was dumb.
He said he hated the military, and he said he does not
He does not understand
He
why.
said he doesn't support anyone that serves ever.
You would be one of those guys that joined the military, and then you would go. Cause my dad knew some of these guys would be like, I have to cut my hair. I'm not cutting my hair. And they would try to, put it up in their hat or whatever. It's like, that going in.
Yeah, it's not a secret that there's a thing called the military.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd be like, what's his name, Winger in Stripes.
Well, I have my tradition that I absolutely hate, but let's take this caller. I'm sure it's going to be about the standing at attention. Go ahead, caller.
Hey guys, it's Connor. I was actually going to ask y'all if y'all got the.
We did.
It
just arrived.
It just arrived, but we haven't gotten to it yet.
Thank you, Connor.
It's getting cold in the break room right now.
We're going to enjoy.
We're going to get it though.
Thank you.
I love that our first call.
Thank you
for
dumb traditions.
We got
Brain is dead today.
Well, a new tradition is people bringing us gifts, which is
nice. I mean, I appreciate it.
We got beer,
I guess we
coffee.
I think we sounded a little dismissive of Connor, which was unfair.
We appreciate it.
I was like, I think we're going to a call about what we're talking about, and instead it was like, hey, did you guys get the topic? And I should say to this, Connor, thank you very much for sending us breakfast. We appreciate it.
And it will be consumed in the appropriate manner at the appropriate time.
We love you, Connor. First call, or you want to hear my tradition?
I want to hear the tradition that you think is stupid.
Eating stuffing only during Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That's dumb.
That's a hot take,
I
I'm
need it on a
completely with
Monday,
you.
a Tuesday, Saturday, Cinco de Mayo.
I don't care if it's stovetop.
Stuffing should be a regular side.
So good.
For some reason, it only comes out during Thanksgiving.
What kind of gravy are you doing? If you're making it just on
depends on the meat. It really depends on the meat.
Yeah, it does.
Do you like your stuffing when it's all kind of, I don't know, wet and sticky, or do you like it when it gets a little bit, it has that crunch to it?
Both. I like all. I never
wet
met a
and sticky.
stuffing I didn't like except cornbread.
I have a broad bacon spectrum, but my stuffing.
Did you ever make a stuffing sandwich on Thanksgiving night?
Yes. And it's the main reason I might go to Capriotti's, because they have that sandwich every day.
They have turkey and dressing every day.
Turkey and dressing
Where's
sandwich
that?
with some cranberries.
Over there in the Mueller District. They sent us sandwiches. Oh, you weren't here that day.
I wasn't here, so thanks, Capriotti's. But I'm going to come by and come see
Turkey dressing, a little cranberry on it, too, and they make a turkey and dressing sandwich every day. Capriotti's, it's in the Mueller District, right over there by the Dell Children's Hospital.
No, I went to lunch with you that time. Isn't that the place we went to lunch?
No, we went to Little Deli, I think.
Oh.
Hey, where was I?
I don't know, wherever
this
you
is
always
a tradition. Here's a dumb tradition. You all going to lunch without me.
No, we the day we went and celebrated our number one.
I didn't. I haven't been to.
Then where did we go? I thought that was in the Miller.
We went
district.
downtown to celebrate number one. We went to Capitol Grill or something.
Yeah, we went to Capitol Grill.
Oh, I thought that was in.
No, we got our haircut. Miller. We got our haircut at the Driscoll.
No, that was earlier.
Here's a tradition I don't like. That we just start talking about random mess that's not the topic.
We're waiting for the phones to ring.
That is a dumb tradition. Caller, what is your tradition? Go ahead, man.
My tradition?
Yeah.
Or the one you think is dumb?
First of all, stuffing is just trash across the board.
That is a hot
waste
take.
of space on the plate as well as in my stomach, and I'm a long-time listener, but I got to say I'm not mad. Really disappointed.
Right. Well, you're the one that's probably in the minority, sir.
It hurts more that you're not mad that you are disappointed.
In what?
That we would like stuffing. He's just like, no, absolutely, it's trash. This guy doesn't.
It's literally bread. It's like saying
it's bread with delicious herbs infused.
Now, when I sit down to eat, I'm not wasting space with trash substances such as stuffing.
Yeah, stuffing is the name of it.
My grandmother was from Louisiana. She used to like to put oysters in her stuffing.
Right.
It would gag a maggot. It was horrible.
No way. Yeah.
Okay,
the reason for my call.
Yeah, those people. Yeah, that's not how you make stuffing. I think you have a bad taste in your mouth from that stuffing. So don't blame it on all stuffings.
I've been forced to consume various stuffings over the course of years at all sorts of family events, and I can tell you right now, unimpressed across the board.
I like. Hey, look, if you're going to come with a take,
you know
come
what?
with a take strongly, and you've done that. What was the second thing, which I think is probably going to hurt our feelings? You said the reason you're your call this morning.
That's about standing at attention.
Okay.
And it may have something to do with my conviction in regards to stuffing as well, now that you mention it. As a form of punishment, I used to have to stand at attention for days on end, okay, from dusk until dawn.
By your parents?
My grandfather went to West Point. All of my uncles went to West Point. My mother, however, did not, but loved to threaten military school whenever I would get in trouble.
I pulled that
But
card.
I would have to stand at attention with my feet together, my arms at my sides, my shoulders back, my head up, and stare at a dot on the side of my father's workshop.
Man,
in the
that's
backyard.
cruelty.
Can I say that it makes more sense as a punishment than as some sort of decorative, I don't know.
It was a horrible punishment. And one day, on one of these hot Texas summers, had my knees locked up, and all I remember was just, oh, this feels funny. And then I wake up on the ground, and my father runs over. He's so frustrated because he thinks I'm
Weak.
Sleeping?
in the system.
You're weak.
And he whooped my butt up and down to the point to where I couldn't stand his attention.
Did he ever call you soldier?
Bro.
No, but he made horrible stuff.
I think what you're
Wait,
talking
God.
about is when you taste stuffing, you taste family dysfunction.
Yeah, you have trauma left over from your childhood, and that's why you can't enjoy good food.
Was your family named Santini?
Yeah. What? Do you talk to your family anymore?
All day, every day. No, and it was amazing growing up the way that I did, but they were very strict with certain aspects of things, and it would exponentially increase that level of, if I got in trouble and I had to stay out there for an entire day one day, the next time it'd be 2 days. The time after that, it'd be 3.
What do you do now as an adult?
I'm in sales.
I wanted so bad. You sell drugs?
No, not anymore. No, sir.
Not anymore. Okay, yeah. I was like, there had to be some kind of rebellion when you got out of the house where you went hard.
For a long time, but no, I have to say that it helped to kind of nurture and culture the mental aspects of all aspects of points of life.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
Wow.
buddy. We won't force stuffing on you.
What about you, Bob? Do you have a tradition that you think is doesn't make sense or is silly or
No,
stupid?
I mean,
or...
I think because of our unorthodox kind of, I don't know, like when I was a kid or in the family now.
I mean, just or it doesn't even have to be something that you're directly involved in. I mean, Chewy was saying, look, having the military stand at attention is a silly tradition.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't affect him directly. He just can observe it and say this is a bizarro tradition.
Yeah.
If you want to keep thinking
Yeah,
while I burp, you can. And
I
we
don't
go to the
think I have
phones.
any. I don't think I have any. I mean, the only tradition I can remember is my dad just going ham after church on Sundays when I was a kid. He would put the Tijuana brass on the stereo and then just start raging about how the house was dirty and we needed to pick up our stuff and clean our rooms, and that was after church every Sunday. So now every time
So he did show signs of being Hispanic.
I hear Tijuana brass,
Yeah.
I get a little PTSD.
Oh.
Yeah.
I start picking socks up, anybody's socks, I don't care.
I think wearing suits and going to a dour funeral is a weird tradition.
That is a
I
tradition
do
that
not
is very-
understand how Western culture handles death. I don't understand. Let's go somewhere.
Be
Open
miserable.
casket, too, is another tradition.
Oh,
yeah,
no way.
and
I'm
then
not going.
and everyone's dressed in a suit. It's never made sense to me why we're not meeting in a field. Someone's playing a fiddle. We're
Yeah.
dancing and having a gay old
It's
time.
so morbid to me, and I told my wife never, whenever it happens, if it ever happens, because I don't know, this could be just a simulation. You guys are just all part of my dream, but do not impose that on anybody. I don't want it. She goes, well, it's not your choice. And I go, yeah, it is my choice, and I'm telling you, do not impose.
Sneak my body into the woods and tell the officials that I have wandered off so we don't have to pay for a funeral.
Right.
And take the money for a funeral and throw a big old party. And it doesn't even have to be a celebration of my life. You don't have to mention me. Just have a party. People should get together and enjoy themselves. And you know what I think they should have at that party? Stuffing.
Open casket over my dead body. Celestia.
What's up?
What's up?
Finally.
Finally.
I think weddings are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to... This is a very rare take from a woman.
Yeah, most ladies are thinking about their wedding from the time that they are little girls. What do you think is dumb about the wedding?
Just all of it. It's just so I've worked at a wedding, like a decor rental company for
Right.
like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I've seen all of it, and it's just excessive. And what's
Yes.
the point? I mean, I get like if you want to like have a party with your favorite people and get plastered with them, that's cool. But I've had a wedding. I don't plan on having a second one. We're just gonna go to Vegas and get drunk.
Well, see, you've already had a wedding, so you can
Oh
say
wait,
that
so
they're dumb.
are you not married to that person anymore?
My first husband, no.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I think probably too what you see is there is this thing now where there's this weird stress on a wedding that it's supposed to be somehow this elaborate, excessive day.
Right.
And the work should really be. I mean, if you're going to take the 50 grand you spent on a wedding and save that and just put that into marriage counseling during your first couple of years, actually, if you have 50 grand in the bank when you get married, the chances of you staying married are a lot better because
yeah.
the majority of
that.
what young people fight over is money and expenditures.
Yeah, and I've seen how much people spend on these things, and it's ridiculous.
What do you think is the biggest wedding that you guys were a part of? Just ballparking it.
Just in rentals, it was like 6,000, just in the rental range. So I don't know about all the other vendors, the
And that was
venue and
It's
catering.
it's big business,
And
like
that-
funerals.
That 6 grand was just to strippers.
yeah.
Just to
I
strippers.
understand
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
ceremony.
It all went to me.
Thanks, Celestia.
Yeah, bye.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't cut her off. But since we did, Indian Steve is waiting.
Ah, I bet he's got traditions from the old country.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
What are the traditions that you don't like? Would it be imperialistic countries owning other countries for 300 years?
Arranged marriage has got to be up there, right?
Well, I didn't get arranged marriage, so I don't really care about that one tradition. It actually, I mean, more I think about it, I feel like it works in some cases.
Yeah, it is.
It
I mean,
does.
just like regular marriage, 50-50, I think, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that arranged marriage is just an exclusively Indian thing. A lot of cultures do that. Setting up a guy and a girl or whatever.
Let's not try to educate our audience, Indian
They're
Steve.
fine not
Okay,
knowing.
we operate in stereotypes only.
They have Discovery Plus.
So speaking of stereotypes, I don't like the tradition of tipping. Now I understand why people do it, and I am not a stingy tipper by any means. But the fact that somebody's livelihood depends on us as the consumer, as opposed to the
Employer?
provider,
Yeah.
employer. Yeah, it's
I see your argument 100%.
Yeah. They do it different in other countries. And the other thing is, it's like, even if you tip bigger, they're still paying some tip out for the expo and different people like that.
When we used to travel to Ireland every year, we would go there as guests of Jameson and the Irish distillers. I remember we would throw tips at the hotel that we stayed at. We'd throw tips on the bar, and like that. Remember that? You have to remember that young Polish lady who, God, Maron. And she'd slide the tips back over because she's like, we don't take tips. We get paid. She's like, I get paid.
The living wage
She was
or
like,
whatever
she
she
got
said.
paid 52,000 euro a year to be a bartender. She's like, I get paid.
It was a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, and I
but-
said, well, we're just used to tipping. She goes, okay, if you want to tip a little bit and it makes you feel better, I'll take it. But I'm just going to use it to
Yeah, it
have
was
some
almost
drinks
an
tonight.
insult
Yeah.
that we laid it out there. But
Yeah.
you know me, I throw the money around, That's the Italian
Crazy
tradition.
that it's an insult because
No, well, 'cause
it's
she was
almost
like-
you think I'm homeless or something?
Well,
Why are
no,
you
she was
giving
like,
me-"
why would I take alms for the poor? I'm
Yeah.
not, because who you throw tips at would be
Are the
homeless
people on the street.
Right.
And she's like, why would you throw that at me? It's like disrespectful. Like, you think I don't have it? Like, I can't pay my bills? And Steve
no,
brings
it's a
up a
little
really good
something.
point, which is that we have we've told people you can come work, and then the generosity of the public is how you will make your living, is an odd way to go about things.
I also have a hot take about Chewy's take on standing.
Yes.
For
And I stand by those convictions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like the reason you or many like you think that way is because you grew up in a place that has never seen any war, so they have not seen the contributions, like active contributions of what a military does.
Mm-hmm.
So it does not elicit that kind of respect that some of the other places where the military does actively get involved in, peace and protection of the general public.
I think that's a really good point.
I understand that whole aspect of it. I'm just saying,
Right.
efficient wise,
Yeah.
eh,
Indian Steve.
I mean, in my lifetime, I've seen like two pretty major events in India happen, and I saw how the military responded to those. And it basically just elicits a very respectable response in you.
I suppose when you're in foreign lands as well, it is a way of communicating that respect.
Indian Steve,
Right.
are you going to be in the media room tonight? Am I going to see you there?
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay. You're
Bob's going to do the entire show standing tonight at attention. out of respect for
Staring at a dot.
All right, I'll see you
Yeah.
on the YouTube tonight.
Thanks, Andy Steve. I might pop in too. Say
Oh, you
what's
got to
up.
pop in, man.
If
Show
our
us those
intern
kicks you're wearing today.
if intern Natalie has any traditions that she doesn't like, she's welcome to pop in here and say hello. She's shadowing right now, but right now, fool. I don't know what traditions he could possibly
Calling on
not
Friday.
yeah. What's up,
like. Adam, what's
Fool?
up?
Hey, dog, I'm sick of National Blank Day. I'm tired of that. Every day's a National something day.
Dude,
I'm tired of that.
Yeah,
dog.
We're
but if you-
trying to build this tradition.
But you
though.
got to understand, morning radio, we're looking for anything to hang our hat
I feel
on.
like we've been looking at it to make fun of it.
Yeah.
There are these prep services, Adam, you should know about. They mail you every day, hoping that you'll use their stories. They're like tied to PR stuff, and they're always like, hey, today is National Hot Dog Day. Do you want to talk to our PR representative from Oscar Mayer? Like that. So I think that's why we started doing it, was to kind of make fun of it. And I think that you should embrace do you know that today is National Asshole Day? So there's a day for you, huh?
Orale, that's my
Orale.
favorite.
he's gonna cut you, Bearden.
Holmes.
He's going to cut you, Bearden.
That's every day for me, dog. Every day is National something day for me.
Hey, Adam,
Whether it's-
fool. Next year, you better come to the Blood In, Blood Out show, and I'm hosting.
Yeah, we're going to do one.
Oh, I am, dog. I got my dickies already ready. and my
Hey,
flannel
lay
shirt
them
on.
out.
All right, well, happy
Have you seen-
National...
Sorry to
Oh.
cut, but have you seen these three comedy dudes on like Instagram? They took one of the scenes from Blood In, Blood Out, the knife scene,
Oh, yes.
and they redid it with Star Wars lightsabers.
Oh,
It's the
wow.
exact scene,
Yeah,
but
that-
it's just done with the lightsabers. I thought you'd enjoy it.
That was a good one, fool. I appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend, fellas.
Thanks,
Thank
Adam.
you,
thank you,
fool.
Appreciate you, fool. I don't even know who to take here. You know
It's
what?
got to be the last one, so make it gold, man.
All right, we haven't heard her in a while. Lil Hickey.
Yeah, good morning to y'all.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hits.
little hickey.
Okay, now this is the tradition we've got to stop doing. Who says we have to fold the clothes and put them away in drawers? Where was that written? I don't like it. Don't do it. Let's stop it.
I think half of my depressed friends that sleep with their pile of clothes on the bed would agree with you, Lil Hickey.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Hey, I'm going to put out there now, we're getting together as a media room meetup on October 7th at 7 o'clock at Westgate Lane.
Oh,
so
yeah. Oh, you got it together?
we got it
Oh,
together.
this
I
thing
got
is- yeah.
4 lanes for us. Get the warriors out there to show up. We're going to be selling Bob Fonseca signatures for $1.50. And come out, and we all going to go and have fun together.
All right,
Please.
pencil that in on your calendar. This
All
thing
right.
is this
Pencil
community.
it in.
This
And-
YouTube community is taking on a life of its own, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Little Hickey, you're not going to have folded clothes that you're wearing that night. In fact, Little
No.
Hickey will be topless that evening.
I will be topless, maybe a
She
titty
will let
popper
She will let
stopper.
Bob sign one of her breasts for $1.50.
Yeah, y'all
No.
both going to be wearing pearls in
Well,
there.
exactly. Bob on one side, Fonseca on the other.
All
Well,
right.
one must be way longer than the other. Thank
Thanks,
you
Lil
all.
Hickey. Appreciate you.
A big thanks
All
to
right.
Empanadas and Renegade Truck
Renegade Truck Accessories.
for helping sponsor the live stream. And we've got some work